Our world today is undergoing major changes unseen in a century. The international community has reached a new crossroads. Global growth is sluggish, the impact of the financial crisis lingers on, and the development gap is widening. Armed conflicts, terrorism, refugee crises, and climate change are becoming endemic. What has happened to the world, and how should we respond? The whole world has been reflecting on these questions, including Chinese President Xi Jinping. On September 1, 2025, at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Plus meeting held in Tianjin, Xi Jinping proposed the Global Governance Initiative, which provides answers to a series of pressing questions of our time. What kind of development philosophy would most benefit the world? How can countries achieve common security? In what ways can different civilizations coexist? What kind of global governance system must humanity build? And what can be done to continue improving global governance?
历史告诉我们，越是困难时刻，越要秉持和平共处的初心。
History tells us that at difficult times, we must uphold our original commitment to peaceful coexistence, strengthen our confidence in win-win cooperation, advance in line with the trend of history, and thrive in keeping pace with the times. To this end, I wish to propose the Global Governance Initiative. I look forward to working with all countries for a more just and equitable global governance system, and advancing toward a community with a shared future for humanity.
The Global Governance Initiative calls on all countries in the world to adhere to sovereign equality, abide by the international rule of law, practice multilateralism, advocate a people-centered approach, and pursue tangible results. It sets out the direction, principles, and roadmap for reform of the global governance system and mechanisms. Together with the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative, the Global Governance Initiative injects more positive energy into a world fraught with turbulence and transformation, and provides stronger impetus for human development and progress. An ancient Chinese philosopher said of the importance of principles, "Uphold the great principle, and the world will follow." Since 2012, the four major initiatives proposed by Chinese President Xi Jinping have injected stability and certainty into a turbulent and uncertain world, and further enriched and developed the theory and practice of building a community with a shared future for humanity. As early as 2013, Xi Jinping, from the broader perspective of humanity's future and destiny, proposed the concept of a community with a shared future for humanity for the first time in a diplomatic setting.
人类生活在同一地球村里。
Mankind, by living in the same global village within the same time and space, where history and reality meet, have increasingly emerged as a community of common destiny in which everyone has in himself a little bit of others.
Since then, he has elaborated on the concept of a community with a shared future for humanity on multiple occasions. In a speech at the UN headquarters in Geneva in January 2017, he said that all countries should jointly shape the future of the world, write international rules, manage global affairs, and ensure that development outcomes are shared by all. In September 2021, he reiterated this at the general debate of the 76th session of the UN General Assembly.
我们要大力弘扬和平。
We need to advocate peace, development, equity, justice, democracy, and freedom, which are the common values of humanity,
摒弃小圈子
and reject the practice of forming small circles or zero-sum games.
What kind of world to build and how to build it? Xi Jinping has provided the answer with the vision of a community with a shared future for humanity, to build an open, inclusive, clean, and beautiful world that enjoys lasting peace, universal security, and common prosperity.
我坚信，人类和平发展进步的潮流不可阻挡。
The trend of peace, development, and advancement for humanity is irresistible. Let us bolster confidence and jointly address global threats and challenges, and work together to build a community with a shared future for humanity and a better world for all.
Under the framework of the Global Security Initiative, China has carried out bilateral and multilateral security cooperation with countries around the world, as well as with international and regional organizations, actively promoting the alignment of security concepts and the sharing of common interests. In non-traditional security areas such as climate change, natural disasters, and public health, China has increased its support in materials, funding, and personnel, working in a complementary and mutually reinforcing way with Pacific Island countries to jointly promote global peace and stability. It's here! Crowds at the Port Vila International Airport in the capital of Vanuatu burst into cheering when a chartered airplane, adorned with the Chinese national flag, touched down amidst drizzling rain. On December 17, 2024, a magnitude 7.3 earthquake struck the waters near Vanuatu, a South Pacific island nation, resulting in at least 14 fatalities, over 200 injured, and severe damage to urban infrastructure. Among the 9 members of the Chinese medical aid team in Vanuatu, 5 sustained injuries of varying degrees during the quake. Despite their wounds, the team immediately began organizing a medical supply warehouse once conditions stabilized, and prepared for subsequent rescue efforts. The following day, despite continuous aftershocks, the entire team arrived at Vila Central Hospital on schedule and became the first non-local medical team to assist the hospital in post-earthquake rescue efforts. Following the disaster, the Chinese embassy, along with Chinese-funded enterprises and communities in Vanuatu, swiftly mobilized to contribute by donating funds and supplies, while deploying personnel, resources, and equipment to support local post-disaster rescue and reconstruction efforts. In the following month, China urgently delivered a batch of relief supplies to Vanuatu, hoping to help the country overcome its difficulties. Caretaker Prime Minister Charlotte Sawai of Vanuatu expressed sincere gratitude to China during the handover ceremony. He stated that China's timely assistance reflected the profound friendship between the two countries. Vanuatu would ensure the proper use of the supplies and their prompt delivery to affected residents.
I'm so thankful this morning and glad to see that the Chinese plane arrived with 35 tons of goods. The relationship of China and Vanuatu since 1982 continued to grow. And it is highest one this time, and we are so happy.
In 2024, Honduras declared a nationwide health emergency due to a severe dengue fever outbreak. In June of the same year, a Chinese Foundation for International Medical Humanitarian Aid officially launched a collaborative project with the Honduran Ministry of Health to control the dengue epidemic. At the height of the outbreak, members of the GX Foundation traveled across the Pacific to Honduras, visiting multiple provinces and remote areas to distribute anti-dengue supplies. By March 2025, China's GX Foundation had donated 148,000 rapid test kits, 100,000 mosquito nets, 12,000 mosquito traps, 200,000 rolls of flypaper, and a substantial number of educational materials to the Honduran Ministry of Health, all of which have been distributed to medical institutions across all 18 provinces of Honduras. The foundation also provided a batch of electronic gadgets and other communication devices to assist the Honduran Ministry of Health in monitoring epidemic developments nationwide. Just as Xi Jinping said, countries around the world are like passengers aboard the same ship who share the same destiny. For the ship to navigate the storm and sail toward a bright future, all passengers must pull together. The thought of throwing anyone overboard is simply not acceptable. The Global Security Initiative is a concrete manifestation of his profound commitment to global peace and development, as well as his deep concern for the safety and well-being of people across all nations. Kenya is a participating country of the Belt and Road Initiative. In May 2017, Kenya welcomed the Mombasa-Nairobi Standard Gauge Railway, the first railway built since its independence. Constructed through China-Kenya cooperation, it connects the bustling port of Mombasa, the largest in East Africa, with the capital city Nairobi. This modern railway, built to Chinese standards with Chinese technology and equipment, has cut the travel time between the two cities from over 10 hours to just 5. It has significantly improved local transportation and boosted economic development, earning widespread acclaim from the Kenyan people. In the years between 2017 and 2025, the construction and operation of the Mombasa-Nairobi Railway have created more than 74,000 jobs for Kenya and trained over 2,800 railway professionals and management personnel. Jamlik Mwangi Kariuki was one of them.
I came to Beijing Jiaotong University for my undergraduate studies in 2017 and returned to work at the Kenya Railways Corporation after graduation. While working on the Mombasa-Nairobi Railway, I realized my professional skills needed further enhancement, so I chose to return to my alma mater for advanced studies.
In 2023, he returned to Beijing Jiaotong University to pursue a postgraduate degree in the School of Civil Engineering, specializing in subgrade engineering, a critical technology for ensuring railway safety and stability. He shared that in Kenya, the Mombasa-Nairobi Railway is known as the road to happiness, a road of prosperity for the Kenyan people and for himself. During a speech at his university, he expressed heartfelt gratitude to Xi Jinping.
In gratitude, we specially bought him a ticket for the Mombasa-Nairobi Railway as a token of our appreciation.
Xi Jinping wrote back to encourage the international students to master their professional knowledge, carry forward the traditional friendship, and contribute to bilateral cooperation. He said, "Thank you for the train ticket. May you continue to shine in advancing the Mombasa-Nairobi Railway's development and the cause of China-Kenya friendship and cooperation." These young Kenyans are full of hope for their future and have their own understanding of a community with a shared future for humanity.
In Africa, we have a saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
President Xi mentioned the China-Africa community with a shared future in his letter. And my understanding is that we need to unite as one, as only through this can we secure a better future.
Amidst accelerating changes unseen in a century, the collective rise of developing countries is an irreversible trend of our times. The call and aspiration for strengthened cooperation and common development have never been stronger. As Xi Jinping said, only through cooperation can we fully leverage our strengths and potentials. In his keynote speech at the opening ceremony of the Second Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation, he noted,
"We need to be guided by the principle of extensive consultation, joint contribution, and shared benefits. We need to act in the spirit of multilateralism, pursue cooperation through consultation, and keep all participants motivated. We may, by engaging in bilateral, trilateral, and multilateral cooperation, fully tap into the strengths of all participants. Just as a Chinese proverb says, a tower is built when soil on earth accumulates, and a river is formed when streams come together.
Long time no see. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm just finished my study last semester. How are you?
Zhu Kaixing is an undergraduate student at Wenzhou Kane University who often video calls his friend Alessandro Di Liro, who lives in the distant United States. Alessandro has been learning Chinese and often shares his progress with Zhu.
I'm good. I'm happy to see you. I want to show you something. 新年快乐.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, El. Oh my God. So is this read by yourself?
Yes, I wrote it in my notebook where I have all my other Chinese characters, all my Chinese writings.
Oh my God, a lot.
Yes, lots of stories where I can practice. So I can learn some more words because I hope I can come back to China this year.
The two young men met while studying at Wenzhou Kane University. Zhu Kaixing said they instantly connected and have traveled together to many cities across China.
I feel it's a truly exceptional opportunity to show our American friend the profound depth and breathtaking landscapes of China. We visited Shanghai together and also made a trip to Xi'an, mainly because he's particularly fascinated by the terracotta warriors. We've stayed in close contact ever since.
Alessandro feels that his time studying in China was one of the most wonderful explorations and experiences of his life.
I wanted to learn everything that I could possibly learn about China. Just for me, it's completely a new and amazing experience. So I want to visit some more places in China just to get a taste of the culture and the geography and kind of the people in those areas.
In May 2006, with the support of the then Secretary of the Zhejiang Provincial Party Committee, Xi Jinping, Wenzhou University of China and Kane University of the United States officially signed an agreement to jointly establish Wenzhou Kane University, which was formally established in 2014. Executive Vice President Carrie Anderson of Wenzhou Kane University expressed deep appreciation for the remarkable changes and development the university has undergone in recent years.
And just to think about that there was nothing here 10 years ago, and there's this entire campus now with these impressive buildings and beautiful surroundings. One of the beauties of this kind of a joint university is that we can take the best of both China and the U.S. and work together to promote that. Working cooperatively, working with an open mind and open heart. That's what it's all about, is to give our students the best education that we can.
Rob Margerison, an associate professor in the College of Business and Public Management at Wenzhou Kane University, specializes in China-U.S. trade. In his view, the two countries engage in such frequent business exchanges and their economies are so closely intertwined that when people seek to do business, they must understand each other and respect each other's cultures. Therefore, whether Chinese students go to Kane University in the US for exchange programs or American students come to China, the most valuable part of the experience is learning how to communicate and collaborate for common goals. He believes that this type of cooperative education allows people to witness the mutual progress of young people from both nations.
And I have had many American students in the classroom with the Chinese students. And when they interact, they talk together, and they make friendships and get to know each other. As you can see, the Chinese students are growing. At the same time, the American students, they're growing.
In 2024, Dr. Lamont Rappelet, president of Kane University in the United States, wrote to Xi Jinping to brief him on the progress and outcomes of the cooperative education programs. In his reply, Xi Jinping wrote, China-US ties bear on the well-being of the two peoples as well as the future of humanity. Educational exchanges and cooperation will help promote mutual understanding and friendship between the two peoples, especially between the youth of the two countries. It's a project for future development of China-US relations. It is my hope that universities in both countries will step up exchanges and cooperation in various forms to cultivate young envoys who know both countries well and build more bridges to promote China-US friendship. On many occasions, Xi Jinping has advocated for enhanced exchanges and mutual learning among civilizations. This not only reflects the common expectations of the international community, but also stands as a key proposition put forward by China in advancing global governance reform and addressing the issues of our times. In 2024, during a meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron in the Hautes-Pyrénées, Xi Jinping stated, "Although the Chinese and French civilizations, one in the East and the other in the West, have different values and social systems, both are committed to inter-civilization exchanges and mutual learning. The two sides could coexist in harmony without seeking uniformity, and through dialogue and cooperation make new contributions to world peace, development, and human progress. China is ready to work with France and Europe to enhance people-to-people exchanges, deepen economic and trade cooperation, build the right perception of each other, and solidify and carry forward the stories of friendship between the Chinese people and the people of France and Europe." In 2025, in Xi Jinping's keynote address at the opening ceremony of the 4th Ministerial Meeting of the Forum of China and the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, he said, "China will work with Latin American and Caribbean countries to implement the Global Civilization Initiative. We should uphold the vision of equality, mutual learning, dialogue, and inclusiveness between civilizations and champion humanity's common values of peace, development, fairness, justice, democracy, and freedom." This aligns with the message he delivered a decade ago in his speech at the UNESCO headquarters. He said that civilizations have become richer and more colorful with exchanges and mutual learning. Such exchanges and mutual learning form an important drive for human progress and global peace and development. The vision of a community with a shared future for humanity directly addresses the chronic ailments hindering human progress. It calls for resolving mistrust and suspicions among nations through dialogue and consultation, dismantling the fences of beggar-thy-neighbor policies through joint construction and shared benefits, unlocking the engines of the world economy through cooperation and mutual gain, bridging differences and misunderstandings among civilizations through exchange and mutual learning, and eradicating the roots of environmental degradation and pollution through green and low-carbon development. To date, the vision of building a community with a shared future for humanity has been incorporated multiple times into UN General Assembly resolutions as well as into documents or declarations adopted by multilateral mechanisms such as the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and BRICS. It has gained growing global recognition. An increasing number of countries and regions are joining the Global Governance Action Team of consultation, joint contribution, and shared benefits, working hand in hand to forge ahead on the path toward building a community with a shared future for humanity.